If you're asking what tire inflator gauge should I buy, you're already one step ahead of most drivers. Proper tire pressure saves you money on gas, keeps your family safe, and makes your tires last longer. But with so many options on Amazon, from $10 sticks to $50 digital gadgets, which one actually gives you the right reading? Today, we're breaking down exactly what you need to look for, and our top recommendations for every budget. First, why does this even matter? The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration estimates that underinflated tires cause hundreds of accidents a year and waste billions of gallons of gas. A drop of just 1 PS can lower your fuel efficiency by 0.2%. That adds up fast. You can't tell if a tire is low just by looking at it. You need a gauge. When you start shopping, you'll see two main types: digital and analog. Here is the quick rundown. Analog gauges use a mechanical needle. They are rugged, they don't need batteries, and they last forever. Digital gauges use electronic sensors. They are easier to read, especially at night, and are often more precise for smaller measurements like 0.1 psi. Regardless of which style you pick, look for these 4 non-negotiable features. First, accuracy. Look for ANSI certified gauges, or ones rated within 1%. Second, range. If you drive a truck or an RV, you need a gauge that goes up to at least 60, maybe 100 psi. If you drive a compact car, 35 to 40 psi is fine. Third, the chuck. This is the part that touches the tire. A brass chuck is durable, but a clamp-on chuck is easier to use if you have arthritis or weak grip. And fourth, a bleeder valve. This lets you let air out if you overinflate without taking the gauge off. So which one should you buy? For 90% of people, I recommend a digital inflator gauge. This model here connects right to your air compressor hose. It gives you a digital readout instantly, often has a backlight for nighttime emergencies, and triggers the inflator automatically. It's the perfect balance of ease and precision. If you want something to throw in your glove box and forget about until you need it, go with a classic stick gauge. They cost less than a cup of coffee, they never run out of batteries, and they are surprisingly accurate if you buy a quality brand. Just remember, they can be harder to read if your eyesight isn't perfect. For truck owners, off-roaders, or garage mechanics, get a 2-inch dial gauge with a rubber boot and a flexible hose. These handle abuse better than digital screens and usually feature a glowing dial for night use. Plus, the flexible hose helps you reach the tire valve on difficult dual-wheel setups. One final warning: do not rely on the gauge built into the gas station air compressor. Those machines take a beating and are rarely calibrated correctly. Sometimes they are off by 5 to 10 psi, which is dangerous. Always use your own gauge to verify the pressure. To recap, get a digital gauge for ease and precision, a stick gauge for your glove box, or a dial gauge for heavy use. Check the description below for direct links to our top picks at the best prices. Drive safe and keep those tires inflated.